Hip hop is the musical manifestation of making something out of nothing. Breakbeats were the extensions of records that people rapped over. These were the original MCs. Hip hop was originally a live and improvisational art form, which is why we, I think, put so much stock into MCs being able to freestyle off of the top. In the tradition of hip hop, Virginia artist Timbaland made a career out of sampling strange sounds, out of sampling things that were not traditionally used in samples to help make beats. He made bass lines out of vocals. This is extremely important because this type of creativity, coupled with the creativity of Portsmouth, another 757 native of Virginia, Missy Elliott, that combination would go on to create one of the most unique album experiences of all time in Super Duper Fly, coming out in 1997. And around this time, we had the Clipse bubbling in the same area from Virginia Beach. The two brothers, Pusha T, and then known as Malice, with Pharrell on the breaks and Pusha T and Malice rapping at a high level as young men. This created quite a stir in hip hop. The subject matter wasn't that different than what's been going on already, right? Like drug dealing. That's it. But this is different, right? Like the rhymes are different, the setups, the punchlines, the internals, but there's rhymes in weird places. Like if you break down their lyrics, they're actually doing something different, especially to be so young, right? And then you've got that combined with Pharrell's production, which is very alien. It's no different than what Missy and Timbaland were doing. It's taking nothing and making something out of it, right? And that is hip hop. That's the spirit of hip hop. And while I think that that spirit is alive and well in all the regions on some level, I want to take some time to shout out Virginia, because the truth is that Virginia doesn't have a sound. And that's why we were able to create something different, because we don't have a trend to follow. We are not in the South. We are not in the North. We are right in the middle. Depending on where you're at in Virginia or who you ask, you'll get different answers as to where we're even at geographically as far as proximity to other locations. That is factual. If you go to the 703, that's considered part of the DMV. However, the rest of Virginia is not. It's very strange here. And that lack of identity is actually what gave us the freedom to do what we wanted to do. And we got beautiful, beautiful music out of it. And now, in 2025, we have a new Clipse album on the way. Let God Sort 'Em Out. Comes out July 11th, which by my clock, I have no clock. Let God Sort 'Em Out comes out July 11th, which is a mere 6 days away, right? So next Friday, we will be getting a new Clipse album. I'm excited. There's a controversial Kendrick feature, which I have addressed in another video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. There is supposed to be a J-verse on this album. With all the animosity toward Hove from Drake's camp and UMG, I'm wondering if he's going to address any of this. They say that the album is done, but in true Virginia fashion, it wouldn't be surprising at all if some last-minute creative decisions were made. I believe this album will be important, and I think that we will see creativity in hip-hop on full display. I think that this is a moment for Virginia and a moment for hip-hop. For those who love hip-hop, remember that this is a genre created from nothing. Let that be the center of anything that we make as artists. Shout out to the Clipse. Shout out to Pharrell, Pusha T, and No Malice. Shout out to Rock Nation. Shout out to K Dot. um, Shout out to UMG for getting a whole bunch of stuff stirred up and giving us something to talk about. Um, Shout out to Drake for being a clown. You know, historically, kings and queens used to have jesters because they needed entertainment. Hip hop needs a jester. And right now, Drake is that. And this album coming out the way it was intended to come out is exactly what we needed. So, shout out to everyone involved for keeping the spirit of hip hop alive, for making sure that creativity is put on the forefront. Shout out to Missy and Timbaland, all the other Virginia artists. Um, Shout out to all the other artists who are struggling to find their way. Remember, hip hop is about creating something from nothing. As long as you have your creativity, that's all you need.